Hello, everybody on the internet. Welcome to the first episode of the Major League Casuals podcast. I am Zach, also known as Sweens. With me are two lovely guests. There's this one and this one. Introduce yourselves.
DLRP, and my name's Harry. I introduced myself before. Evan.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Hey, I get to introduce myself. I'm Evan, also known as Light Knight 14 or Lieutenant Farinaville, because I don't have enough names.
Also, Major.
Also,
Dick.
Major League Casual.
Also, yeah, underscore Evan. Major League Casual
Underscore
underscore Evan at achievementhunter.com. Not really.
Don't
Don't email me.
Okay.
I don't like emails.
Don't tweet that guy. He'll be pissed.
Anyway, if you haven't guessed by the other content on our channel, this is going to be a video game podcast. Surprise, surprise. I didn't even tell these guys yet. They thought it was a book club.
Oh,
Joke's on you.
my favorite book.
It's about video games. We're going to be talking about all the things that everybody talks about. We're going to talk news. We're going to talk things. We're going to talk controversy. We're going to start internet wars. We're going to call IGN shitty. All the things you've come to love from
I
video
love
game
Inside
podcasts. Not those guys.
Not those guys.
Not those guys. The other ones.
Uh,
The website.
Never heard of him.
So we'll be starting off the show with a brief discussion of the games we've been playing recently. Moving on to news from there, which will be fun. And then we're going to talk about E3. The upcoming
I'm excited.
electronic other E words.
Electronic Entertainment Expo.
There we go. I almost said the Electronic Arts Expo. That would be the worst convention ever. Oh my god. Can you imagine the DLC?
Pay $5 for
This is our newest console. It's a brick.
Crowdfunding. They host
You
it.
pay $5, we'll paint it green.
Yeah, they host it in the middle of Arizona, and then they make everybody pay $5 for air conditioning. Anyway, moving on. Let's start off with Evan. What have you been playing recently?
Uh-oh. I was scared you were going to pick me first.
I'm putting you on the spot.
I haven't really been playing anything because I'm a bad person.
Your computer
I've
also
been-
sucks.
Trying MOBAs again, like Sins of a Dark Age that no one plays.
Harry, what have you been playing?
And-
No, I'm just kidding.
And Tower of Guns, which is an indie game that's pretty awesome.
I've seen stuff about that. I know nothing about it yet. I've seen that name before. Tell me
It's
the
like
things.
it's like a roguelike shooter game that's really hard.
You said all the words that made me interested.
You should play it because it's awesome.
It's gonna make me mad.
It will make you very mad. Especially because it starts you off all easy and you're like, yeah, I'm doing so good and I got my gun all the way up to level 6 and then it's like, nah, you're dead.
Good.
That's exactly what you
I'll
want.
definitely be playing that. That sounds sarcastic, but it's not. I'll be playing that. Harry, I already know what you've been playing.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You've been playing Grand Theft Auto 5,
Yeah. Yeah, most of the time.
which is a lot of what I've been playing too. So, which I don't think we have much to say about that game that hasn't been said by a million other people. It's the greatest game ever. It also sucks.
Oh, yeah. It's terrible.
So,
It's terrible. I agree. The worst.
Every
Yeah.
time you guys talk about it, I don't want it anymore.
it's just GTA Online. Well, before on 360 it was GTA Online that caused all these problems and made like everybody mad. Now on PC, like the game works like 99% of the time. It's like the people that suck. I guess it was the people that sucked on 360 too.
Yeah. Yeah, they were all kind of assholes.
Yeah, and it's not the normal kind of assholes. Like, we don't care if you kill us in the overworld. I mean, that's gonna happen, but it's just the people who do heists.
Oh, well, because they're...
Pretty sure they do it on purpose.
Nah, they're all people that are like level 12. and the people are playing PC. And it's impossible to get matched with people who played the game before, even though there are obviously people who have.
Well, right, but you would also think that people who were playing it on PC who waited for PC were probably experienced gamers and wouldn't suck this bad.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's frustrating.
What do you mean? Do you mean the PC Master Race isn't the best one?
It is, but I mean the game's better on PC.
Oh God, I can't even begin to describe how much better it is on PC.
Yeah, it's really pretty. It's pretty. That's it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to drive around in. And like I said, in the overworld, it's hilarious when you're driving around the city and suddenly you get blown up by a tank, and you spend the next 15 minutes going to get an assault jet to crash it into the tank. It's great. It's hilarious fun. Not so much in the heists. But
no, I like the know what they're doing in heists. Oh God, the driving is therapeutic.
It is. It really is. We've talked many a time about doing a podcast while we just drive in GTA.
I'm game.
Because that's where me and Harry do like 99% of our talking. Is where like we just drive from one end of the map to the other without even realizing it and just talk. And occasionally one of us goes off the side of a mountain. And it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is. But moving away from GTA 5, because everybody's heard a million things about GTA 5. I know that you haven't been playing anything else, Harry. I played a couple other things. A couple weeks ago, we played Block and Load, which, Harry, you didn't play much of, but I played a considerable more of. That game's pretty cool. It's by the same company who, I'm hesitant to say made Ace of Spades. It's the company that bought Ace of Spades and then made a game that was exactly like Ace of Spades. But it's a lot better. So, like, you get there's a lot less lag. Joining games is a lot easier. I mean, Ace of Spades was cool for, like, the first week, and then it just died. And nobody wanted to play anything other than the zombie mode, which, personally, I thought the zombie mode was the most fun anyway, but...
Zombie mode.
Yeah, so Block and Load is a team-based shooter very similar to, like, a Team Fortress 2. But it's kind of... It's a very voxel-based art style. And much like Ace of Spades, you can dig under the terrain... And you can build things, but the point of the game is you start off with a certain amount of time before the match begins, essentially. So there's a wall cut down the middle of the map, and you have teams on either side. The teams start to build up their defenses, and they have to, depending on the game mode, they have to set up defenses for a cube that needs to be destroyed and their base that needs to be destroyed. So you can set up turrets, you can set up radars, you can set up like sticky stuff, you can set up bombs, you can set up all kinds of things to trick the enemy into blowing themselves up, essentially. And there are different classes you can play. Like, I play the robot guy, which is kind of a tank, and he's got like a big grenade launcher thing, and then you can switch to a like Gatling machine gun, which is really cool. And there's a stealth ninja guy who can do all kinds of weird invisible stealth stuff. Like, he can create blocks that aren't really there that look like they're there, so people fall into pits and die. There's a scientist who does things. I'm not even actually sure what he does, but they seem impressive.
Healer. It's like a healer or something.
I don't think it is.
No,
I think so.
It is.
He makes crazy...
Sure.
I don't know, probably turrets and
yeah,
stuff like
it seems like he does science
who
things.
knows?
I thought he had like a Healy gun and he can make Healy blocks.
He might do that.
Yeah, maybe he can make Healy blocks.
Maybe he can
like
do
an
that
engineer.
too. Because I can't think of anyone else in the game that would be a healer. And there's a sniper guy that snipes with like a bolt action, not bolt action, like a flintlock rifle. He's pretty cool. I've been wanting to play him, but I haven't started. But it's fun. I mean, for me with first person shooters, especially competitive first person shooters, I can only play them for so long before I get bored of them. And I can play them in sessions. Like, I can play it for 2 hours and I have fun, but then I get bored and I come back and I play another 2 hours. Block and Load's the same exact way for me. Like, I go back to it and it's fun. And when a match goes well, it's great. When you lose 3 matches in a row, you're done for the week. I mean, that's just
it really does sound like Team Fortress 2.
I'm hoping they do a free weekend of it, because I want to play it, but I don't want to buy it necessarily.
Yeah, I hear you.
I watched it and I'm kind of interested, but I'm not super thrilled.
Yeah, I hear you. Much like anything, I was won over by Let's Players. I watched Achievement Hunter play it, and I was like, My favorite thing in Ace of Spades was to dig under the map as a zombie and suddenly pop up behind people and be like, ha ha ha, ha, and like just totally like take them from behind. If is what I said. But this I forgot the name of the game. Block and Load. You can do the same exact thing. And that's my favorite thing to do. And you can set up like bases of operation too. So like what I'll do is I'll help with the preparations, and then right before the wall in the middle drops, I'll dig underneath up to the wall. Then when the wall drops, I'll continue through, and then you build like a little base underneath their base, and you can set a respawn point. And
That
respawn
seems to
there.
be the go-to strategy for everyone.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that it seems common, yet people don't prepare for it. So if you're smart and you see the same guy popping up in your base over and over and over again, you know, okay, he set a respawn point somewhere, let me go find it. A lot of people don't do that, and I've won entire matches by myself just because people keep killing me, and I keep just coming back and coming back and coming back. And they keep, like, they forget, they keep running across the map, and then I just wait, like, I wait 5 seconds, and then I come up, and nobody's back there, and then I just start drilling away on the block. But it's, yeah, it's fun. I like it. I'm looking forward. They have a really cool, like, they almost have Major League Gaming for that game built into the game. They have like a ladder mode, like in StarCraft or something, or in Hearthstone. They have a ladder mode where you have to have a team, so you can't plug your way into it, but you can make a team and then ladder in that game, which is awesome. And it's always something I've wanted to do in a game
for
like
a game.
that. Yeah, it's fun. Like that really adds a certain level, and it gives you an incentive to practice and like.
I figured it was
really,
more of a casual sort of thing, but that makes it seem more.
Well, it is, but it's. I mean, it's not as competitive. You know what? It's all fucking casual. I mean, a lot of those people who are playing that aren't. A lot of the people who play Call of Duty religiously aren't doing it so that they can become professional at it. A lot of them do it because it's really fun.
But I want to be an MLG pro.
Yeah, it's so few people. I think it's just it's a cool thing in the game, and I think if the game becomes really popular, and maybe that's what they were kind of hoping with it, then it could become some kind of tournament scene thing. But as of right now, it just seems like a cool thing, and I don't know if people win anything for like getting to the top. I assume if they're smart, they'll organize like, you know, like biannual tournaments and stuff like that for the people that get to the top with like cash prizes. You throw a cash prize into it, throw it up on Twitch, people will watch it. I'll watch it. I'll be in the chat right there being like, "Oh my god, did you see it?" I'll be there. I'm done. It doesn't even matter. I watched the start or the Heroes of the Storm finals at last year's BlizzCon. I didn't know a single fucking thing about that game. Yet I was drunk with everybody else being like, "Holy shit, did you see what some guy I've never heard of before 10 minutes ago just did? He's my hero." You get sucked into it.
Is that game out yet?
Here's the Storm? No. Or if it is, it just came out.
I think it just came out.
I think it just came out.
I should give it a try.
Yeah.
I heard it's like as hard as you make it.
Yeah, I want to play it. I definitely want to play it. We should play it.
Let's play it.
All right.
You want right now? No, end the podcast. We're doing it right now.
Came out today.
All right, podcast over. We're playing. It came out today.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Look at us.
Cutting edge.
We're on the cutting edge.
We're there.
The commercials on YouTube for that have been fucking awesome because they're Blizzard commercials.
Blizzard does their commercials good.
Oh yeah, it looks awesome. I definitely, and I don't even know half like 3/4 of the characters, and I still want to play.
I bet I do. Oh, I bet I know 1/4 of the characters.
Anyone
think I know
from Warcraft
2/3.
plus like
Couple of StarCraft people maybe.
yeah, right. Plus Kerrigan
Yeah.
and Jim Raynor.
Yeah, right.
The people and
Yeah, you got it.
and Diablo. I know Diablo.
Yeah, he's the guy.
It's the one that drops the loot, right?
Yeah.
That's his special ability.
Yeah, press 3 to drop loot. Other things I've been playing. I started playing a game. If you're watching this, you might have seen it on the channel. I started playing a game called Spooky's House of Jump Scares, which is a game that I saw on Scared of Cares live stream, which is the group that does Hot Pepper Gaming does a live stream every year called Scared of Care, where they get a lot of YouTubers, Dodger and the Game Grumps and other people are pretty heavily involved in it, to raise money for, I'm not sure if it's different charities, but this year it was a charity going to help kids of cancer patients. Wonderful charity. And they get YouTubers who don't usually play scary games to get together to play scary games, which is hilarious. And the Game Grumps were playing this game called Spooky's House of Jump Scares, where one of the developers was actually present, which was cool. And it's a very... I don't know what bit to describe it as, but a very kind of not pixely, but
Retro.
Retro RPG.
Right? Like exactly. It looks like a kind of retro, like dungeon crawling type game, and it is full of jump scares, much as the title would lead you to believe. But it's really, really well put together. Like the music is horrifying. It does a very good job of building you up and building you up and building you up to the point where you're like, I don't want to go through the door. And then you go through the door and it's like, and you're like, I went through the door. Like it.
How far did you watch and how far have you played?
I have played the video that I'll upload most likely tonight is me up to 200 rooms. I have watched up to like 400, I think. But that was on the live stream, and that was not very centered on watching the game, although I was very interested in watching the game. Like, the game was like a little tiny thing on the screen, then it was like 98% Game Grumps, and then like a little camera of like somebody else on the side, and you couldn't get any of the audio, so... And listen, I've covered my own ass. I've said many times in the video that I have seen quite a bit of the game, but it's randomly generated, so you don't know when the stuff is going to hit you. And I knew what the first two monsters looked like, and fuck if I didn't scream for my life when I ran down, when that little girl ghost chased me.
I didn't
not
even know
into
there was
it.
a little girl ghost.
It's between rooms 300 and, or no, 203, 250 and 300, I think. But yeah, I love it. Like, I love every horror game, which means I fucking hate it. And I hate the people that made it, and I want them to make 10 more so that I can play them. But
I just can't horror game.
I go so like radically back and forth with them. I mean, you can see in my videos where like I'm like at the beginning I'm like, okay, yeah, here we go. And 2 minutes into it, I'm like, why did I start this? Oh god, I can't even stop now. Like if I stop now, then I just have to record this later. Like, it's cool though, and it has a lot of references to other horror games, which is a nice added touch. And we definitely recommend it if you enjoy shitting thyself.
I think I could go for a good shitting myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have other horror games that I'm still not touched.
This podcast sponsored by Pampers. That'll be our first brand deal.
Yes.
Other things. Not something that we've played super recently, but there has been a update recently. Well, an update saying that there's going to be an update to a game called 7 Days to Die, which is a zombie crafting survival game. And I know what you're thinking.
That's new and exciting.
Yeah,
and never has happened.
Sounds like horrible garbage, right? No, it's actually...
No, it's pretty good.
It's actually
It's one of the
pretty
better
good,
ones.
though. Yeah, it's like one that nobody ever fucking mentions, and yet it's actually like it's the only one that's like still on track. Like so many of the other ones have like, I mean, people say Rust is really good. I don't know. I haven't played Rust, but as far as like all the other ones go, like developers have disappeared for months and then come back with like, here's a new
added a
skin, yeah, or whatever. But 7 Days to Die, if you go back to where it was like a year ago and up to now, and Harry can attest to this because we played this a lot. I mean, you've seen the game grow tremendously, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The UI changed completely.
I mean,
I guess it didn't really change, but
it did a lot though. It was pretty shitty before.
they got rid of the mini map and everything, or not the mini map, but things appearing on the mini map.
Right. Which,
Enemies.
I'm sure
yeah.
I'll be surprised
So
when I
much
try
harder
it
to
again.
survive.
yeah, it is way harder to survive. And the game was impressive from the beginning too. I mean, the physics engine those guys built, from the beginning was a lot
Oh,
better than a
yeah.
lot of the other ones. I mean, the
Absolutely.
fact that the zombies could knock a pillar out of your building and have your building collapse was
Maybe
horrifying.
Try to put a concrete platform on top of your wooden house.
And have your house collapse.
Right.
Collapse the whole roof.
Oops.
Yeah, multiple times. But which was very interesting, something that we haven't really seen in a lot of other building games in general, let alone
Actual physics.
zombie survival one. But and that's one of the things that they actually talked about in the new patch that is coming at some point. There is not a release date for it, but they say that it's coming soon, and a lot of these things are well within development.
Yes.
We have a new guest.
Yes.
I assume that she had something to say if she was just gonna...
No, I don't think she's ever played the game. Moving on. I'm sorry. I'm
What a
how
fuck.
unprofessional. Please
Wow.
don't cut me out.
Too late. You're already gone, pretty much, right? No.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, legally.
Joke's on you because I still got this cat.
One of the things they talked about is it's coming in the new patch is an actual animation of like things breaking when a house falls apart. So currently, when something breaks and a house falls down, the blocks just kind of go like,
And then it
and
goes.
break. Yeah, right. I mean, the sound design isn't awful, but it looks like it.
It's a good kind of awful, where it's like, yeah, that's something falling apart.
Well, right, but
It's awful falling apart.
but the animation style, currently it looks a lot like what sand or gravel looks like in
Yeah,
Minecraft.
it just
when
falls
it
downwards and then disappears.
Right, and then an amount of rubble just appears on the ground. They're saying that now things are going to kind of lean and fall, and there's going to be an animation to it, and things are going to break into rubble instead of just like breaking into wood planks on the ground, which is going to make it even harder to survive. But a cool touch nonetheless. They're also adding bears,
Bears, yes.
which
And
is
a mini
scary.
bike.
And a mini bike. That's true. I'm interested to see how fucking difficult it's going to be to make a mini bike, considering they made it
Impossible.
nearly impossible to make guns now. When you used to open a gun safe and find 20 shotguns, now you find 4 parts to 6 different weapons.
It's gonna have storage and locking. And they're quoted as saying it's going to be awesome. So you know
You
it's
heard
gonna
it
be
here.
good.
Yeah. So and they're also updating the ability to modify guns, which is pretty cool. So you'll be able to add
You can put your
attachments.
flashlight on there.
Right. What they said was flashlight, but we'll see in the future. I'm guessing things like silencers and stuff, which would be awesome for actually using guns to kill zombies, and potentially not alerting people. Although we never play online because we like living.
People are mean.
Excuse me. Yes, they are. Which is why we don't play online. And then the other thing was different rankings of ammo is interesting too. The ability to put different tips and different strengths of,
Oh, you get your stone tip bullets.
yeah, as opposed to iron, which you cannot put in a blunderbuss. I was unaware that a blunderbuss was even in the game. So that's cool. I guess you just throw junk in it and shoot it. That actually sounds pretty effective.
Yeah, like a rocket launcher in Fallout 3.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that was most of what they said they were adding. Other than some graphical updates, which is good. They're adding depth of field, motion blur, field of view settings. So all that's very exciting.
Is there an FOV slider?
I would
Probably.
assume so. Hopefully it lists the numbers though. You need to know what number it
You
is.
can
Yeah.
right click on things now. Oh.
That being said, as much as that meme is used, I love a high FOV. I'll turn that shit all the way up. I go fish-eyed.
Looks the same to me. But we won't go into that, or
You're so
it'll.
wrong. You're so wrong. It's like in real life we've evolved to have eyes in the front because we're predators. But in first-person shooters, you're both the predator and the prey. So your eyes need to be like out here, so you can see what's in front of you, but you can also see the predators that are coming. So you gotta stretch them eyes. It makes sense. You're a less evolved gamer than I am Evan.
I sure
That's
am.
your problem.
I
Okay.
sure am.
Okay.
I'm gonna get eaten by the bear first.
You will. You will. You won't see him. When he comes at me at this angle, I'm gonna be like, "There's a bear." I'm gonna shoot it. You won't even see it because you ain't got the view. Your fucking field of view set to like 45.
And you be crafting your stone axe.
Your horse blinders on.
You have a crossbow by now, dude.
I do it because it adds extra challenge.
No, it doesn't. This makes you stupid. Unless anybody else has anything that they would like to talk to, we will move. Talk to. Does anyone want to talk to anything? Hello, Bottle.
Hello.
Thank you for your contribution.
Harry, you're drinking it, not talking to it. Oh no! Oh, you killed it. It had a
What?
family.
No, it was a good conversation.
Oh, cool. Do you have anything to say about 7 Days to Die?
New sky and weather. That's fun. We got moon cycles now.
That's true. I said that was actually another interesting point. Was it said that now that there will be a blood moon on the 7th day, which will affect the extra feral zombies on the 7th day. I didn't even know that there were extra feral zombies on the 7th day. So that's probably at some point when we had a shelter that worked really well for the first 6 days, and then we got destroyed on the 7th day. Didn't understand why. I guarantee you that happened at some point.
Probably. They're gonna have weather soon. They're working on a weather system for rain, snow, snowstorms.
Yeah, they said the new sky looks beautiful. Much like the mini bike will be awesome. That's good. I'm looking forward to all of that, and I'm looking forward to an excuse to play that game because every time an update comes to that game, we play it again, and then we reach master level and are so self-sufficient that it's not fun to play anymore. So keep making the game harder, I guess. So I guess we'll move on to news. News you can use.
Time for the news.
Time for the news. Weasel and the Rabbit. We got a traffic report here. Yahoo.com's down today for maintenance. We got a blockage on the old 404.
Yeah.
That was the thing. So where do we want to start? We got Microsoft maybe buying Silent Hills. We got hatred, legitimate hatred.
I got full of it.
The game. We have everything that Konami's doing. Literally everything. I've heard that they have that one of the CEOs of Konami actually single-handedly murdered one of Kojima's dogs. I heard that happened.
Wow.
I'm just assuming. It's got to be bad.
Oh, okay.
Someone did it, right?
At that point. All right. Well, let's start off with the whole Microsoft things. I think that'll be a short topic because we don't really know much about it. But supposedly Microsoft is in talks with Konami to buy Silent Hills because of everything that's happening with Konami.
Internet says no. Apparently.
It's actually a rumor.
Yeah.
It's not. No, it's like not a thing. It was like dismissed, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Microsoft buying Silent Hill. Microsoft Lost says.
I think.
It's a very, very short topic then.
Yeah. That was easy.
Case closed. We solved it right here. You're welcome, Internet.
Yeah, just
Turns
check,
out it's bullshit.
Check Yahoo News for that one in the future. No need to come here.
But you can come here though. You'll find
you can, it's
you'll find
fine.
you'll find out a week late, but you'll get to experience it with us.
It was a really convincing story for a while though, and I was really excited.
Yeah,
Right.
it seemed. I mean, everybody reported on it. Everybody reported on it. Like that it was. That it was. It seemed so real. But I mean,
Yeah.
when we go back to, there's been so many other things too. We just need to stop believing anything that anyone tells us. Everyone, like,
Don't believe Ondor's lies.
yeah, a few months.
I'm Captain Bosch.
A few months ago, we were all convinced that Google was buying Twitch and that this was the end of Twitch. And then it was like,
didn't
lol, 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 Amazon bought
happen.
them.
Yeah, Twitch can end itself on its own. It'll be fine.
I'm sure that'll happen, but
Oh, well,
I'm just saying, like, it's been interesting how many things... there have been so many things in the last few years, I guess, that have been leaked that have turned out to be true that people are just willing to, myself included apparently, are just willing to read a headline and just be like, oh, well,
Yeah,
that
and then it
makes
just
sense.
propagates through everyone.
Yeah.
Did you hear this?
Right, which actually leads really well into the next topic, which both involves Twitch and journalists being idiots, is the controversy surrounding the game Hatred. Now, Hatred was a game that popped up on Greenlight a few months ago that came under somewhat of a little bit of fire. I mean, people said, due to the trailers of the game, which showed you play a character that is seemingly fed up with the world and decides to go on a mass killing spree, killing innocent people, police. Nothing all that new. And it created somewhat of a stir. It wasn't that bad until Steam removed it from Greenlight and said that they would not do business with that company. Which, once again, then caused a giant brouhaha, because then everyone, either the people who came and said these games shouldn't exist, and the news media's on daytime TV coming out and going, look at how awful this is, and then the people rushing to its defense and defending it.
how great this is!
Right,
now
well, not
everyone knows what it is.
right, standing up and screaming, "This is censorship! Censorship is bad! The man, this is the man."
You're the
Anyway,
man.
right, causing a whole bunch of nonsense, which, like everything, passed after 35 minutes on the internet.
Yeah.
Until recently, the game actually came out. Was 2 or 3 days ago, and Twitch announced that it would not allow it to be streamed on their service, which is fully their right to do. They have a list of banned games. Sakura Spirit is actually one. You cannot play that game on Twitch. Honey Pop is another, even the censored version. Although people don't seem to understand, the censored version does have topless women in it. So, and what are you gonna
Censored.
do? Right.
Didn't they add a bunch of games with Hatred though? Like they pretty much, I thought they took away like all adult games.
No, not unless that's been updated as of the other day.
Well,
Which is possible. I
don't think so then.
Yeah, I
Stand
went
corrected.
I went and looked up the day that it happened. I went and looked up the list. I was watching another podcast, and they had a Twitch staff moderator in the chat who was talking to everybody about that and was linking the list of games, and people were asking questions like why were certain games banned, which Sakura Spirit's actually kind of a weird one, but the biggest controversy with that being not that they're taking a stand so much on Hatred is the fact that there are games that are exactly the same or even worse. All the Postal games are allowed on Twitch,
Oh yeah.
which are borderline worse. They're just older, so they don't look as bad. And those games are also on Steam. And, excuse me, nobody is trying to burn Steam to the ground over that. And when you get...
they're funny.
Right. And if you get down to what Hatred really is, Hatred's kind of funny because it's not that great a game.
No.
It's kind of really boring. I haven't played it myself, but I watched internet celebrity Total Biscuits WTF Is. And although it's not a badly made game overall, the coding's actually okay, and the game looks alright, although it's pretty simple graphic style, the game is really boring, and the writing is bad, and the voice acting is like really phoned in, and it's not a good game. It's not a good game, and the violence is so over the top that it's not even a thing.
But
You know.
but I bet it moved copies just because of all the crap.
Oh yeah,
surrounding.
it's number 2 or number 3 on Steam right now.
No way.
It is. When I looked at it earlier, let's get a break XSplit. Yeah, let's see. Top sellers. Hatred is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is number 7 on the top sellers list right now. It's number 2 on popular new releases. So
I hate that. You shouldn't be able to sell a game just by making it shocking, and
Why not?
it shouldn't be a. I don't know. It just bothers me that people are like, "This game looks really bad," and oh my god, and
people buying it ironically.
yeah, stuff like that.
I have problems at times with that too, but capitalism.
Yeah.
If it worked, it worked.
I don't like the strategy, but sadly it works.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can really do about it besides not buy it.
Right, and as far as the game becoming really popular, although they definitely fed into it a little bit, was that the fault of the game or the fault? Was that the success of the game or the developers? What really caused the high sales? Would it maybe be all the websites that were reporting on it? Maybe it was. So a number of websites, I know IGN and Polygon, I think Polygon being the worst, seemingly they always are, came out with multiple articles about this game over the course of the last few months. Coming out with what seemed like an article every week about how hatred was bad, what hatred was doing to the people, what hatred was doing to gaming, what hatred was doing to the children.
Yeah, how many articles are needed? 1. That's all you should need.
Yeah, one very clearly labeled opinion piece is fine. And anybody can have their opinion about it, and that's fine. But all of these articles featured very clickbaity titles, which is common in that industry because it's common knowledge that both on YouTube and in gaming journalism, you have to have something that draws the reader in. And that's kind of a necessary evil. But that's also how they make money. And they probably made a lot of money. A lot of money off these articles. And that's what caused everyone to buy it, because it was seemingly, I guess it was on Greenlight, so it was an independently developed game. And it seemed like, to the public, it seemed like the big companies stomping down on it. So, of course, they're going to be the underdogs, and the internet's going to rush to the rescue of any underdog they possibly can find. And honestly, as terrible of a situation it is from the outside, where these people that write these awful, fluffy, clickbaity titles get their money, and the developers that made a pretty shitty game just based on the idea of utter violence made a lot of money on their kind of shitty game. The cycle continues.
Yeah, it'll happen again.
Yeah, it'll happen again.
And again.
And again. And the best that you can do is seek out journalism that doesn't suck. Be an informed consumer, and find the people that, not the people that fit exactly what you think, because then you're just going to people to tell you what you already know, and that's almost as bad. Almost as bad as the people who find the people that are against them and spend all their day in the comments telling them why or how they impregnated their mother. You need to find an array of people that fit different, different parts of your opinions. I watched Total Biscuit knowing that he's going to be a little tougher on games than I would. And if he says a game is like, this game's okay, but it's got all these problems, I'll probably like it. But if I'm watching a Let's Play channel where they're like having fun, they're like, woo, this game is the best ever.
We're having together.
Yeah, this is the greatest. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna like it as much. I might even hate it. Have your own opinions and have your own brain, and don't let people on Polygon or IGN or Total Biscuit or anybody tell you what to think. You take it and you make your own.
You can't tell me what to do, TB.
He can tell me what to do. It's okay.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. If he tells me how to go about purchasing a computer like his, I'll listen. If it doesn't involve me spending money.
Yeah, and like $200 or less, I'll pop in like 2 Titans. Come on.
Two 980s. 4 980s.
Yeah, I'm gonna need 4 probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna run a quad. Definitely gonna need at least a Cosmos 2 for that. Maybe get 2 CPUs. I don't have a motherboard with 2 sockets, but maybe I'll kind of like tape them together.
4 gigabytes of
Just keep
RAM.
jamming them in there. Yeah. I think that's a good time to take a break. When we come back, we will have our E3 discussion.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. We're going to talk about all the things that may or may not be true. E3.
I think most of them are true.
I don't think most of them are true.
Who knows?
I don't know if you're looking at the same list I am, but there is a lot of shit on there.
There is a lot of shit.
I see Super Mario Sunshine. That's an interesting.
Yeah, that one is. I put it on there because I think it's funny. That's about it.
I'm finally gonna see Star Fox 64 too.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be released on the Nintendo 64.
It's coming out, guys. I hope you still have your N64.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
Bye.
See ya.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Major League Casuals podcast.
Well, I hope you're all still doing well.
Yeah, I hope nobody died during that short break. If
That
you
make it
did,
our fault.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
I didn't know the guy. I never met him in my life.
Legally, no. We
Yep,
have nothing to do with that.
Nothing to
we
do
were
with
here. We were right here.
Fine.
There's proof. There's video proof.
My house right there.
Yeah. See, it's like that. Look, there's my microphone. I can touch it. Yeah, I'm touching it. That means I'm here.
This is not a green screen. Look how real it is.
Yeah.
It's almost like I might be able to touch my bed if I reach just a little bit more.
Mine's a green screen. I'm recording from inside a cardboard box.
Oh, that's cool. But your sound quality's a lot better than mine is. I wish I was in a cardboard box right now.
That's a secret.
So the remainder of our show will be E3 discussion, or upcoming E3 discussion, since E3 has not happened yet. It will not happen for another 2 weeks. But, according to the internet, it might as well already be over. Quick disclaimer at the top of this. Pretty much everything we're going to talk about is all speculation and rumors, but that's the fun stuff. Starting off with Nintendo. There have been a lot of removers. That's not even a word. There have been a lot of rumors that the Wii U will soon be getting a new Star Fox and a new Super Mario Sunshine game.
And maybe a Metroid.
Game. Now, this rumor was started from a website that reported that a GameStop employee reported that in a discussion with a Nintendo of America person, that's
Wait,
all
really?
we know, is that they were somehow affiliated with Nintendo of America, told them that during a conversation they had.
So, bullshit.
So it's total bullshit. But it's fun to think about, isn't it?
That was just for the Star Fox one?
That was for all of it.
All of it?
All of it. The Metroid one might be separate. I think Metroid.
Metroid one, I heard that, what's the studio called? It's not Rare. It's the other R one. I don't know.
A newer one or an older company?
A newer company.
Metro?
Retro.
Okay.
But Retro were done Donkey Kong 3 or whatever, and Nintendo asked them to do Metroid, and they were like, we gotta do Donkey Kong.
You gotta do Donkey
But now that they're done that, people are saying maybe Metroid.
Hmm.
I think it's a load of crap because Nintendo hates Metroid. And I hate Nintendo, so it's okay.
And I'm not a fan of Metroid, so I don't really care.
Well, you're just a bad person. Metroid is good. You don't even know.
No, I never played them. The only
You
Metroid
should play
game.
Samus.
So I've heard. The only Metroid game that I played, other than the fact that Samus is my main in Super Smash Brothers, so really I know everything. But I'll B all day. I'll fucking charge that cannon. It's not a thing. The only other exposure I have to Metroid is I had a demo on GameCube for the GameCube Metroid game. I played that. That seemed cool. It was creepy to me as a kid.
I
Which
agree.
was cool. But only the demo. That's all I had. So I have no input into that, other than the fact that it's all kind of funny. I mean, like, a new Metroid game would be cool. I'd play it if I had a Wii U. If Nintendo gave me a Wii U and a copy of Metroid and said, "Hey, play this," I'd play it.
Then they come out with other M2.
But the other stuff is such hot garbage. There's no way that it's gonna happen. The Star Fox thing is like,
It's all garbage.
It's no way it's gonna happen, and even if it did happen, it would fucking suck.
But if it did happen, you heard it from us first.
That's right. We're reporting
Yep,
on it.
we were right.
Except for the website that I took this from.
No, with who? Who?
Huh?
I don't know
That's
who you're
right. No,
talking.
you're right. They reported it to me.
Yeah, they did that just for you.
Yeah.
So like,
It
hey
was
Zach,
private.
we're going up with this
Yeah.
public article to everyone,
They
but it's
DM'd it
just
to
for
me.
you.
Yeah. The top of the article was like, "This is for Zach from the little-known channel Major League Casuals. No one else read this. We're not
Yeah.
gonna hide it. We're on the honor system here."
Yeah, we had that, guys.
That's a road of journalism I hope we go down. That being said, the Super Mario Sunshine 2, there's no way. It's been too long. Like, I don't.
Oh, look how long it took A Link to the Past to get a sequel.
Yeah, or Luigi's Mansion. But if it does come out, even if it does happen, I don't think it'll be good.
I don't see it being that good.
Yeah.
And it'll
Although-
probably have amiibo crap in it or something weird.
Oh yeah,
and-
well it'll have all of that, and it'll be like $120 game because you have to buy 4 amiibos to unlock the levels or something.
Except I love amiibos, so I can't really talk.
I don't give a shit. But Evan, you liked the Luigi's Mansion for 3DS, right?
Ah, that game is awesome.
I hated that game
Why?
because it was dumb.
It was
I don't
dumb,
know.
and I
What
didn't
was
have a
dumb
GameCube
about it?
controller, and I hated it. That's why I don't like Smash.
It was different. It wasn't as good as the original one, but it wasn't,
the
as
same. It
it-
wasn't the same at all. Like not even close. It was
it
like
was.
it was one step above, not in quality, but in level design of like Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, except it was Luigi's Mansion.
That's not even true.
Yeah, it was totally true. The levels were small. It was all like that game was like it was like jumping puzzles without the jumping. It was like you gotta like find this weird thing to like move this platform to like go over here. That's not what Luigi's Mansion was. It was about exploring the mansion and like being creeped out and finding the keys and finding these like really cool ghosts that all had their own like very specific ways to catch them. That wasn't in that game at all. And I didn't beat it, but I played a decent amount of it. I gave up when I got to that stupid boss, or whatever it was, where you had to walk up that fucking staircase. They had the 3 things, and if you walked up the wrong one, you slid all the way back to the beginning. And you had to do that over and over and over and over again. That took me like half an hour to beat, and it was me walking upstairs.
Wasn't even that bad though.
It was that bad. There was
I-
no pattern to it. It was random guessing. It was a fucking puzzle. Fuck that.
I bet there were tells.
I don't think there
I don't know.
were. I don't think there were. The internet's gonna tell me I'm wrong, and maybe I'm stupid, but fuck you anyway. Internet. No, I
Well,
didn't like that game.
Did you
at
try
all.
the multiplayer mode?
No, it was Luigi's Mansion. I didn't try the multiplayer mode.
Maybe you would have liked it.
Maybe I would have.
Yo, Mario and Luigi's Mansion's way better than Luigi's Mansion. You should have tried it.
You can take the shittiest pile of shit and put it in multiplayer. That might be a little bit fun.
Okay. Okay.
We played Minecraft for years because of multiplayer. That game got boring after like a month, if that. And that game survived on multiplayer. And I'd say Minecraft was better than that game. I didn't like that game. I didn't like it at all. That being said, Mario Galaxy, great. I love Mario Galaxy. And apparently, I didn't play 2, but apparently 2 is fantastic. I love the first one.
It was good.
So,
I didn't play either of them. I need to play those games.
yeah, they're really good.
Let's get my Wii U working again. Or find it, rather.
Your original Wii, not your Wii U.
Or, yeah, that's what I meant. On my Wii and play that.
Yeah, it was a Mario game that was different. And it was really good.
And I'd play Twilight Princess again because that game was sweet.
Yeah, I didn't, after watching the Game Grumps play the Zelda game they're playing now, I wanna go back and actually beat the 3DS one. But that's off topic. Not that we weren't off topic with Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon being a giant pile of shit. Super Mario Sunshine 2, that's not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. And if it does, it's not gonna be good. It's gonna... I don't think, like, there's no... I think they've moved away from the idea of... I guess I can't even say that, because Toad's Treasure Tracker is a single-player game. Right?
Still making a Zelda
Yeah.
game.
It's like
It's
a
not... Yeah, Zelda's not coming this year, though.
It's not, but it's going to be a single-player game.
Yeah.
So they're still making single-player games.
We'll see stuff about it probably.
That's
They'll
true.
give us something to.
Oh, at E3? No.
Yeah.
No.
No. You
That
don't think
game's-
they'll
that
say
game-
anything?
Give me a screenshot, man.
Yeah, right. Or they'll mention it in the press conference. That game's not coming until 2016, though.
Yeah.
And we don't know when 2016. That's not no, they're not gonna mention that. Or they'll say like we're still
Seems like they don't have much else to mention.
we're still
so.
working on it, guys. It's coming.
Hey, it looks really cool. It's going to be...
There was a tech demo of it though, wasn't there?
What does a tech demo mean? Tech demo means nothing.
There was footage of the game.
It's not coming till 2016.
I know, but you're saying they won't have anything.
I don't know if that's...
I'm saying they've had
I
things
think
for it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, you're right. There might be something about it. As far as other things... Well, as far as something that seems like it actually might be true, people are saying that Dark Souls 3 might be at E3, and that seemed to have a lot more credit behind it.
It worries me that it's coming out so soon.
It doesn't
So.
mean it's coming out soon, though. Just because
It doesn't,
E3
you're right.
doesn't mean anything.
I don't know.
I mean, they could be announcing it at E3, but saying, and they announced a new Battlefront game last year at E3, and it's not coming out to the end of this year.
Yeah.
So, and even before that, it was like kind of announced. It was officially announced last year at E3. But even
There were a lot of
even
rumors.
even before that, it was pretty well known that DICE was working on it. So, and leading into that, people are saying we'll probably see some Battlefront, which I'm excited to see.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings until I can see it and play it.
I do too. I do, and I'm the first person to be like, DICE and E3 or E3 EA. They do a lot of shit, but EA has at times realized when the internet is on their heels and made right decisions, and I think they feel the burning, flaming vision of the internet on the back of their head over this game. I think they feel it.
I wouldn't even be mad if they delayed it to add some of the stuff that was in previous ones, but they probably won't. They'll just.
We'll see. I mean, they've talked. How many times have they talked about the idea of having land battles going on at the same time as space battles and being able to go back and forth? I mean,
And then they were like,
wow, remember when that was what we thought Battlefront 2 would be like?
well, yeah, but that was stupid of them to even try to attempt for Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Battlefront 2 was a PlayStation 2 game. I mean,
Absolutely.
We're a lot farther. I don't think that they can't do it, but will it be good, and whether they will do it. And I don't necessarily need it. I don't need it to be the best game ever. I just want it to be like. I want it to be like Battlefront 1. Like, I want to have.
It's just what I'm saying is I'm gonna just need it to be the best game ever. That's a Star Wars game where two teams kill each other.
No pressure, EA.
I just
But
want
if it's not amazing, I'm gonna come and burn your office down.
I just want it to be really fun. That's all I want. I like the space combat in Battlefront 2 was really cool, but I like.
I mean, it was really shitty, but it was like cool to think about how cool it could have been.
The space battles in Battlefront 2.
Yeah, they were all right, but I'm sure if I played them now, it'd be very difficult.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but we played them.
Especially,
we played them like a year ago before GameSpy shut down.
Yeah, but I don't know, just the way they were. Like, there's no dynamic. I guess you have to play with a lot of people, because bots don't do anything.
Yeah.
Like the dynamic of fighting the outside of the ship and simultaneously fighting the inside of the ship.
And in the end, it was just easier to go inside the ship and camp and throw mines
at the same time defending your own ship. And the AI is never going to come into your ship, so...
Yeah, because they don't know how to land or they'll explode.
I don't even try.
Yeah, I mean, those games certainly did a better job of making it seem like there was a large battle going on, even though...
If we had played with a lot of people, then it would have been different.
What was the max server slots?
I don't know, like 16
30,
or something.
16?
Like that. It might have
well,
been
that's if you played on PC. I mean, I played mostly on PlayStation 2, and I didn't have the PlayStation 2 that could connect to the internet. So I play. I mean, well, good for you.
I played the one ATV game and never any real games.
But Battlefront 2, I only ever played at friends' houses, which was cool because you had multiple people. But for the most part, I played Battlefront 1 with my brother, and that was.
I just rented it a bunch, yeah.
It was
Played
fun.
It by myself.
It was fun, you know. You go on either side and you fight this big battle. I mean, the land battles in Battlefront 1, there were maps that I think were better than any of the space battles in Battlefront 2. I mean, the fight on Hoth or the fights on Kashyyyk and stuff. I mean, that was really fun. Really fun. Or
the Naboo level, that was really fun.
Naboo or Geonosis. The battle in Geonosis was incredible, and you run into each other occasionally and be like, "There's my brother," and you know, yeah, it was fun.
If they don't put in the space battles or any of this other stuff, the one thing I hope they have for Battlefront is just the atmosphere. They have to get that right. Otherwise, there's no hope.
And the ability to like run up to like a really super awesome ship and be like, I'm getting in that ship, and then you get it, and you don't have to fly. I don't care if you can't fly to space, or like seeing like a giant robot that's like, and you're like, I'm jumping in that thing, and then you do, and it's awesome.
And then you hop in and it goes, $5.99, please.
Right. Well, I have more hope for it than I probably should, but I'm somewhat banking on the fact that EA knows the shit that it's gonna get in if this doesn't go well.
The shitstorm is a brewing.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, people, the pitchforks have been sharpened, the torches have been pre-lit. I mean, they're ready. So. And for as much as people saying that the internet backlashes don't make that big of a difference and they only represent a small minority of the people who buy the games, it's true to a certain extent, but these are the people that are gonna like really, really play your games and are gonna have the long term. And spoiler alert, you treat your customers right, they'll throw more money at you. I mean, how many games do you play?
Or just, be Rockstar.
Well, fuck them. But, yeah, that's why we rarely put more money into that game, except for that second copy of the game we bought after they teased us for 2 years and then finally gave it to us on our own platform. But, I mean, Payday 2 is a fantastic example. When do we, or Borderlands 2, which got shitty towards the end with their business practices, but when we had games that we loved And Payday 2 was really cool about being like, here's the game for pretty cheap because it's been out for a little while. Harry, you and me bought it. Evan, we played it. We played it with our other friends. We had a really great time. And then when all the DLC went on sale for a decent price, we were like, oh, we'll take all this. Give me it. Give me it. Give me it. Give me it. Money,
Yes,
money, money,
please.
money, 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 money.
Sold.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gave me a
Absolutely.
taste, and it tasted good.
That's an example of a good
all of it.
business practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Treat me right and you can have my money. The program I'm doing this podcast on right now allowed me, XSplit, allowed me to download the program for free and fuck around with it. And you know what? I was like, this is awesome. I want a better version of this program. And they were like, okay, you will give it to you. And you can either pay a decent amount of money to just get it for a certain amount of time, or you can pay us like $8 a month and we'll just let you have it. Done.
Just use it, bro. That's cool.
Done. Absolutely done. You treat me like a responsible consumer and an adult, and I will give you my money. You treat me like a child and you gouge my wallet. Fuck you. And I'll move right along. There's 1.5 million games coming out every day for me to play, so don't treat me like shit. So we'll see if they announce at E3 that they're gonna treat us like shit. We're gonna say, Harry?
Nothing. I really wasn't gonna say anything.
Excellent. Evan, you suggested, since I mentioned Borderlands, you suggested talking about Borderlands 3. What's the deal with that? I haven't heard anything about that.
What's the deal with that?
Well, let me tell you about that.
Please do.
I didn't actually look up a lot of it.
I'm glad that you voted to add it to the list then. Thank you.
I think it's just rumors, but
All right, so we'll report it on it like everything else. Supposedly there's rumors about Borderlands 3.
I'm trying to find
After
something.
Borderlands 2, I would have been excited about it. After the pre-sequel, I don't give a shit. The pre-sequel was terrible.
Sadly, it
Didn't
was.
even play it.
I don't know. It wasn't what it could have been, I guess.
You didn't play
It was good for a time, but then it was like, oh, I'm just playing Borderlands 2 again.
It was Borderlands 2 with more annoyance and less funny characters.
They're all Australian, right?
Oh yeah,
Right?
it was 2K Australia or whatever.
I'm calling this, and Harry brings up a good point. We personally, at least me and Harry, I don't know what you played of it, Evan. We only played an hour or so into the game.
I got far into it, but then I just got
Until my
bored.
computer started reheating and then we couldn't play it anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, that shit.
I guess technically we could go back and experience how terrible it is for ourselves.
Hey,
Now that you have a new
that
computer.
sounds great. We should try that.
Maybe we will. I'm not against that. But
Not today. You're not against
no.
that.
But the overall consensus of the internet is that it's not very good. So.
Yeah. Suppose so.
What else? There's been pretty heavy rumors about a PS4 Slim being
Yeah, what's
announced.
that about? I haven't really.
It'll probably be the same thing as before. It'll be
It's like the PS3 Slim or the PS2 Slim. It's gonna be like the console, but like.
it'll be a smaller console,
Thinner.
but it'll be cheaper.
Oh.
I mean,
I
I have a PS3
yeah.
Slim, and it's I don't know, it's a console. It's like, and if it's considerably cheaper, I mean, if it was like if they came out with a PS4 Slim for like $199.99
Yeah.
or like $150,
Maybe.
I'd be intrigued.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
I'd
Cheap enough.
I'd definitely be intrigued, and that would be aggressive as shit. Sony would definitely pull in a lot of the market that has not touched the new generation yet.
It's like I don't got the money for this.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to lean towards one of the consoles, although business-wise I'd like to lean towards PlayStation, I'd probably lean towards Xbox just because
Yeah.
I'm a little more ingrained into that franchise and I like the games more, and I would be way more towards Master Chief Collection if that game worked, and if it wasn't heavily rumored to be coming to Windows 10. Mm. But I mean, that I'd be interested to hear about that. I'd be way more interested to hear about it if I could still download PT, because fuck, I wanted to play that, but that's not a real thing anymore.
Sean
played it.
might still have it on his PlayStation 4.
Excuse me, I need to make a call.
Oh, don't worry. I will handle this for you.
Please do. If he's got it, tell him not to delete it. We only have until December.
I played it without getting killed. It was lame.
I
I was
guess-
way too careful.
That's true. Now,
I didn't die.
I've watched every single person that I know
Yeah.
on YouTube do it like 3 times now, so...
Yeah.
And it's pretty well known how to, like, get through it. I don't care. I want to do it anyway. I don't want to touch it.
I didn't really know.
I
was
think
just
I
like,
even
just-
played that a little bit. Which says something.
It's so cool, though.
Yeah.
I want another one. Oh, it's sad. It's sad that the world decided that we don't get that anymore.
He's pretty sure he still has it.
Don't mention to him that he could sell his PlayStation on eBay for
Oh,
thousands of
forget
dollars.
that garbage.
I think it's... I haven't researched this myself, but I have been told by people on the internet that apparently in December, there's a certain date in December, if you have PT on your PlayStation and it's connected to the internet, it's going to become disabled.
Oh,
Cool.
I've heard that that's a thing. I don't know for sure. Supposedly that's a thing, which is a dick move. But I'm just waiting. If it hasn't happened already, I haven't looked for it, but I'm sure it has. And if it has happened, I'm going to do it. People have to have stripped it from their PlayStations by now, right? Or is it one of those things where there's a certain, like, is there a certain amount of the game that's dependent on servers or something? I can't believe people haven't stripped it from their PlayStation and put it onto PC.
maybe. I don't know.
I know that it's not as easy as doing that, like, just saying do that.
Yeah.
But just for emulation's sake, I mean, you'd have to have a pretty damn good computer to emulate that. My computer probably couldn't emulate a PlayStation 4.
Mine can.
No, I don't think. Harry, your computer maybe, but even your computer, it would be chugging hard to emulate a PlayStation 4. It's even though our computers are more powerful than a PlayStation 4. Although my computer actually is almost exactly like a PlayStation 4. It takes way more power because you have to emulate the BIOS too. All right, what else on our list?
Kingdom Hearts 3, probably a rumor. I haven't read into that one either.
Yeah, I haven't played any of the Kingdom Hearts games, so it's not something that I'm interested in. But
Yeah, the first one was-
those games are awesome.
Then I got.
They're good games. I'd recommend checking them out if you can.
they're not on PC,
Well, yeah, there's that.
so
Mm.
I guess you can probably get them on PlayStation 3 by now, right? Or they were HD'd for PlayStation 3, weren't they?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were. Maybe. Are they? Are those turn-based? Are they turn-based combat? Oh. Okay.
No.
Okay, I'm interested then. I
Yeah.
don't like turn-based RPGs.
Hmm.
I don't like
I have mixed feelings.
except
By the
Pokemon.
way.
I get bored of Pokemon after a while too. Mass Effect 4. Evan, you said something about that.
There's some weird rumors going around about that. Like it's gonna be some. It sounds like almost like an MMO. Maybe it's gonna have like all
Oh,
kinds of weird
God.
crap. Yeah, like you're gonna have to get your own party, and they're gonna be randomly.
Is it gonna be? It's
Generally.
is it gonna be an attempt to compete with Destiny? Is that what's gonna be?
Oh, maybe.
Oh.
Mm.
Bleh, I don't care. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm
Mass Effect ended for me at the end of Mass Effect 3 when they
Hey
said,
guys,
"We're done. It's all over."
Destiny's really popular, and we're Mass Effect, so just do
Yeah, I
that
haven't-
and make the money.
I haven't played the Mass Effect games either, so that's like every friggin' franchise we talked about today, except for another one. I haven't played. It makes it sound like I don't actually play video games. Sounds like I
I
play.
play video games.
Are
just not
you an
these.
imposter?
I told you this was a book club, and you guys convinced me otherwise. So.
Hey, I brought my book. I just don't have it with me.
I got the. There's a Game of Thrones books.
I don't
right
want to like
there.
open my desk because it's
I have-
gonna make a horrifying sound.
There should be 4 of them. One of them is missing. But I only read 2 of them though. Sorry. Okay. Well, let's move on to the main one. A game series that I've actually played. Fallout 4 is happening. That's so like not even a rumor at this point.
Yeah, it's like definitely a
Yeah,
thing.
it's like if it isn't though, if they come out, I've heard a couple counter rumors of people saying like it's gonna be an HD collection of the first 3 games or whatever.
No.
If they came out and said that, E3 would
No.
riot.
No way. They would kill
First 3
everyone.
games.
Yeah. Oh my god. Or
Even
even like,
HD remakes of 2 top-down games and Fallout 3.
or I guess I meant the first 2 is what I meant to say. But even 3 too, they could do that. I mean,
yeah,
that's 3.
if that would be cool, but I'd be so disappointed. If
Yeah.
that was
Oh yeah. Absolutely. But if you're watching this in the future, which you are, it's in the future from now, from like right now. There was and there is right now a timer up on a Bethesda website, and it is somehow seems to be connected to Fallout, which will be unveiling itself at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. It is currently almost 9 p.m. at night. And the timer looks like this. So it's counting down to something. That sure looks like Fallout, don't it? If we scroll down here, it seems to be connected with Bethesda and Bethesda Game Studios, which goes to say that Bethesda is not only publishing it, is that they're also developing it. That this is not Obsidian.
Yeah, that's even more crazy.
So that's, yeah. So in 13 hours and 13 minutes, let's wait till it counts down till it's 13, 13, 13. Maybe something will unlock. Maybe we'll see a secret here. Oh, here it comes. No, it wasn't.
Nah,
Well, that's a shame.
disappointing. I was so excited too.
Oh man.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
Well, I'm still excited. So.
But after all of the rumors that we've heard over the last couple months, and now this, you seem pretty confident there's going to be a new Fallout game. Unless this one's fake too. In which case, whoever faked this went through way more work.
And they hacked the Twitter account of Bethesda.
Yeah, and they hacked the Bethesda website directory, and in which case, bravo. In which case, I want that guy to make the next Fallout game.
Yeah.
Give that guy the rights. Send him to jail, but give him a computer and give him the rights to Fallout. He'll have no time. Send him to jail for 5 years, where he can do nothing but make Fallout for the next 5 years. It'll be the best Fallout game ever. Or he'll make a whole bunch of 3D porn and then sell it to other inmates for drug money. That's possible too.
Very.
I would prefer the
Looks
latter.
like Rock Band
Other
4
than that-
has it?
oh, Rock Band, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I
Why?
want to be excited for it, like I really do, but it's only gonna come to next gen consoles. And I get that, like, that some of the few schmucks that don't have new gen consoles, but why not PC? Why do these games not come to PC? I don't understand this this stigma of like these kind of off AAA games. Like, it's somewhat like a AAA game, but it's not like a AAA action game or a shooter. So it's like, why bring it to PC? Are we not gamers too? Do we not also like Rock Band? Why is it only coming to the consoles? can I not sit in front of my monitor and play Rock Band with my friends? Like, yeah, I get you don't have quite the same like living room experience
Yeah.
where you're playing with 4 people, but there's online mode, and it's fun to play single player too. I played more, not Rock Band. Rock Band I did play more with friends because I didn't own the game. But Guitar Hero I played more by myself than I played with friends, and it was great.
Absolutely. Same.
I had a problem.
Yeah, I have you can kind of see over there. I have Beatles Rock Band up there, and then I also have a couple other Guitar Hero games. I have my Beatles Rock Band drum set sitting right outside my office here, and I still like once every couple of months in a drunken night drag that shit in there, turn my 360 on, and play at 3 a.m. in the morning, and then get yelled
Get
at.
my drum set right over there.
Yeah, it still happens. Or when I'm lazy, I grab my guitar, and it's fun. I sing along to the songs, and I have a great time by myself. Why does it not come to PC? I'm not buying an Xbox One for Rock Band 4.
And there's another thing. I don't know if that's or something that I hope they do. They gotta make the real instruments more of a thing, I think. I don't know.
I ain't going with that.
Yeah.
I feel like someone needs to compete with Rocksmith. That's what I think. Rocksmith has so buggy and has all these issues.
Yeah, the DLC.
And I think
the DLC is really overpriced too.
Yeah.
For Rocksmith.
Rock Band, if they tried to, they could probably make a better game.
I give Rocksmith a pass because it's a really cool game,
It is.
and I wouldn't have any ability to play guitar. Other people would argue I have no ability to play guitar, but I would have no ability to play guitar at the moment if it wasn't for Rocksmith. And I can't read music for it, but I can at least look at tabs and I can learn how to play a song on a real guitar. And that was only because I'm not that I couldn't have sat down and probably taught myself, but I wouldn't have had the motivation to do it unless somebody brought me a game that made it fun.
Yeah. And
that's really cool. And I think that there's a cool idea to having a game like Rock Band where your one friend that can play guitar really well can sit down and play real guitar. I mean, yeah, if I can play a song on real guitar, I would rather play it on a real guitar than on my plastic guitar. True. Yeah. So it would be cool if I could sit down and I could play with my friend while my other friend's playing his plastic guitar, or the other friend is playing on the plastic drums while the other guy's playing the actual guitar. That's cool. That's really cool. I don't think that will appeal to most people.
But I think they're taking away that feature of using like the pro instruments or whatever. I think they're taking that away.
To work towards that with
really?
Rock Band 3.
They were, but now I think they're going backwards.
Now, yeah.
Well, the whole industry went backwards when it fell on its ass, so
I mean,
they had to get back up somehow.
Well, yeah, but now they have, I don't know. Now Rock Band or Rocksmith made real instruments really, well, real guitar anyway. Really kind of a big thing. You think Rock Band would want to come back with like what they did with Guitar Hero, like, well, we have guitar and drums, so deal with it.
there was a Guitar Hero rumor too. Just if you want to laugh.
Well, but it's not a. I mean, Guitar Hero is coming back though.
It is.
Yeah, that's not a
It's
rumor.
gonna be a weird
That's a
thing.
I figured it was just so unrealistic that it was.
No. Guitar Hero is coming back. Guitar Hero is selling itself on the idea of it's going to be like a very single-player campaign kind of idea, where it's not necessarily single player. You can play with your friends, but it's going to be like you make a band. Yeah, right. It's the Rock Band experience where you're
the Guitar Hero Rock Band experience.
I hope they don't name it that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lawyers so far up their ass.
It's not gonna be the name. It's just gonna be like a tagline somewhere, and it's gonna be real funny.
Yeah, they'll form a journalistic publication just to give them that quote to put on the front of the box. But the new Guitar Hero supposedly is gonna be like a playing a concert experience where if you're playing like it's not gonna look at the band anymore. It's gonna look at the crowd, and the crowd is supposed to be a very like dynamically rendered crowd that will look different. They'll have AI and they'll move around and they'll like actually respond to things.
Will they mosh? They better mosh.
Where am I going?
I mean, like,
better mosh and punch each other in the face.
People have been shitting on this idea like hardcore. I think it deserves to be shit on. this guy's kind of a cool idea. Like if the animation quality was really good, like really good, if it was like semi pre-rendered stuff, and you could like stand in front of your pretty big TV and look at that crowd, and even though it's not gonna look hyper realistic, if it looked kind of realistic and you could kind of like get into that mode of like feeling like, and they had enough, there was enough different reactions and stuff where it could kind of feel cool. I can kind of see that, but I don't think it's better than it ever was. I think it's a Malibu Stacy has a new hat. That's all I see it as. I don't know why. Who cares? Like,
Yeah.
they only care about the music. They only care. Put good music in the thing. That's all that really matters.
Yeah.
And make it appealing.
Yeah.
I think that's all that matters. And put it on PC. Fucking put it on PC.
Yeah, put it on PC.
Just do it. Just do it, guys. Just do it.
Put it on Steam. Put Steam Workshop in there. Let people make their own songs. They never do that. They never do that. But put it on PC. Either release guitars and stuff that have hard wires coming out of them, or to plug USB, or have it come with a dongle. I was like, when I said that, knowing that one of you was going to giggle, and I would have put my money on Harry. So, but you know what I'm saying, though. Like it's not that difficult of an idea. Just put it on PC. Like, that's all I want. I want to play it. I'm not buying an Xbox One for it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not paying $500 to play Rock Band 4. Not gonna happen.
And with people being able to hook their computers up to their TVs anyways, what's the point of not doing that?
Yeah.
If people want that big concert experience, they can get it.
Wireless HDMI is becoming less expensive. Smart TVs are becoming less expensive, and they're becoming better. They're getting better and better chips in them. I mean, have either of you screwed around with Steam streaming at all? Not big picture, but okay. My laptop, gaming-wise, is a sack of shit. I mean, that thing, and it's all, all laptops only last a couple of years old, and I got it for graduating high school, so it's 5 years now, 5 years old now. So, it's on its last legs overall, and I only use it when I travel. But I was able to stream GTA 4 to that thing. And it ran perfect.
That's pretty
because
crazy.
my computer can run it perfect. I was able to stream Watch Dogs to it. Now this was, and you can tell when I was playing with this was after it came out. It was not too long after Watch Dogs came out. I was able to run Watch Dogs at 1920 by 1080, 60 frames per second on my laptop that struggles to buffer YouTube videos. So
magic.
Yeah. Why? And it looked better. It looked better on my crappy laptop than it would have looked on my Xbox 360. It's becoming more and more of a thing. Why are we not? I understand why not everybody's moving towards PC, but put your fucking games out on PC. Why? You're telling us you don't want our money. Oh, piracy's higher on PC. Once again, that's the lost sales fallacy. You can't prove that. The people who pirated your game wouldn't have bought your game in the first place, or they would have bought it for a console. It's not an argument.
Word up.
Slap some DRM on it. DRM doesn't stop piracy.
Nope.
Doesn't happen. So don't. Piracy on console doesn't exist. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Those are the only ones that aren't running your consoles online. Are the ones that are pirating the shit out of everything. And you know what? It's not hard to do. You can look up YouTube tutorials.
Yeah. And you try to scare them about, oh well, you can't do the things anymore if you do it. And it's like, well, they don't care. They just got every game they could ever imagine.
Oh wow! Oh wow! I can't be advertised to on the front of my 360. Oh shit! How was I not gonna? I'm so sad that I missed the commercial for the NBA Finals on the front of my 360 when I went to play fucking Minecraft or something. That's like every time YouTube runs ads for like the NBA Finals. I'm like, what are you doing here? I don't care about you. Like when I'm panning through my games on Xbox 360 and I accidentally click on a box and it's trying to sell Gillette razors to me. Cool.
I don't need razors.
I'm glad that the box that I pay for and the subscription I pay for every month got me ads. Thanks. Can I pay a subscription to Google AdSense where every time I turn my computer on, I have to watch 5 minutes of ads before I get to my desktop? Can I have that, please? The answer is yes, you can. It's called Windows 8.
They might hear us. Shh.
That's true. We're on Skype. Oh, fuck. I fucked it up.
Oh no, you just ruined everything.
Sorry, PC
It's
Gaming.
done. PC gaming is dead.
Well, we better
All those people years ago were right.
get out of here then before Skype starts throwing ads in our face.
I'm running out of here.
Yeah, we gotta get.
I'm moving to,
Yeah,
I don't know.
get out.
Where don't they have computers?
Probably gonna move at least a couple states.
I would.
I don't know where you
Somewhere.
guys are going.
Go to China where they regulate their OSs. It's fine. It'll be fine there. Well, that has been the Major League Casuals podcast. I'm glad that we were able to waste your time for however long this went. If you enjoyed this and want to see more, we would ask you to please subscribe to our channel down below.
Is it still
This
down
one?
below?
It's down there.
It's down there.
It's down
When
below.
When
Yeah,
you're
down
watching
there.
this will be on the channel. And if the channel below this doesn't say Major League Casuals, you stole our shit.
Oh, yeah.
This is our podcast. Give it back.
Give that back.
Hey, this is ours. We can't have it.
No one would steal this. Who would want this? I don't even want this. I might delete it after we're done. Follow us on Twitter. There's a picture of a Tweety bird over there.
There is?
Yeah, click on that. Like us on Facebook. There's a picture of a Facebook. Like over here.
Oh, wait.
It's over. It's like
There's,
Which
it's like
side? I'm
it's
not
over-
sure.
I think MySpace is up here.
You're on the MySpace, right?
Yeah.
That's what you. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's Harry runs the MySpace.
We got
Send them your dick pics.
an Instagram. We have an Instagram. It's over here.
We don't have an Instagram. We got
Well, we don't have a Facebook either, but
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do have a Facebook.
We do have. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I
We
spent
have a
at
Twitter
least-
and a Facebook.
I spent at least the last 5 minutes on it,
Yeah.
buddy.
Oh man,
Catch up with the times.
oh, we are big now. Look at that. So fast.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Our Twitter has literally no followers because we're so indie. You hear that, hipsters? You can jump right on this.
Ooh, you'd be first.
You'd be
Ooh.
first.
Yeah, man.
Excellent. So, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube's down there.
MySpace.
YouTube is all around us.
Hopefully, we'll be streaming soon, but the channel's not set up yet. So, I mean, you can search Twitch for Major League Casuals. You're gonna find like an empty channel just called us. But
Pretty much.
I've been Zach.
I'm Dealer B. Harry.
I'm Evan, that guy with the names.
Peace.
Are we done?
Bye.
Bye.